She's Alli.
He's Pete.
This is Zsiga. And this is Narrowboat Soulmates. More to explore.
Well, here comes Pete into the Langley Mill lock, and we've just had a lady ask if they can team up with us. They want to come through, and so we're going to go through 2 boats at a time. This will be a new experience for us. We've not been in a wide lock with anyone else before. Hopefully it'll be a lot less bumping around for us. So Pete's just going to set himself up, and then the other boat's going to come and join us in this lock.
Yeah, well, Ali said about those ladies joining us, but unfortunately their boat broke down, so we didn't see them till later on in the cruise. Anyway, onwards and upwards, and here we are going through that narrow strip where there's all that weed. Yeah, not very wide, is it?
Gorgeous with the sun, just shame about the wind, really. Lock, and this will be the first time we're going to double up with someone, so we've not had that experience before. Gallows look. Here comes Pete first again, and then the ladies will follow shortly after. She comes running to help. Hey Zsiga!
Hello.
Hello!
Hey there.
There's the gallows in.
Well, today's task, unfortunately, when we were cruising yesterday, or was it the day before, we lost reverse, and I thought we must be covered with weed, because there's a lot of weed in the canal, and you'll have to have a look in the weed hatch and see what's there. So join me for this expedition to the weed hatch. 1 towel, 1 pair of gloves, 1 Ziggy, not sure what he's going to do. There we go. Right, do you want to come closer to this exciting development? Have a look at this. There we are, we've got one of those unsinkable weed hatches. Can you see, Ali? Do you want to come in close? You see, you can't see the actual. So we've got this, which is separate to the engine and anywhere else, so that if it does actually, you leave this and water comes in, you're not going to sink your boat. So let's start. We have to undo this. And this bar will go down. I didn't expect to be in this bar, to be honest. I expected it to be the other bar in the plough where we're moored up. So we pull this out. Now, there's the hatch itself. Just pull it to the side. And you might want to have a look in. Have a look in there. There is a little bit of weed, but that isn't the main problem. Can you see it?
It's a bit hard with the sun.
Let me have a look. Just take it.
Don't drop my phone.
Drop your phone. Suspiciously like, well, the colour of it looks like a life jacket, but could well be a t-shirt or something. Maybe a bit of rope in there as well. So yeah, certainly not weed. So I'm going to have to try and see what I can do to get rid of it. We have a trusty Stanley knife. Can you see it? Could do with a bit more blade exposed, but let's give it a go. Put my rubber gloves back on. Although, to be honest, last time I put these on and went in the weed hatch, I ended up with gloves full of the Canal, so it didn't really help. So let's have a look. Here we go. I've had my head down at something like this for a long time. You can stop and start too, Alli.
Hang on to that.
Well, let's have a look. Is it some sort of device from the Middle Ages? I don't know. You can see a modern attachment here.
No wonder you had no steering.
This may impede your propeller from doing what it's meant to do, I'd say. It came off easier than I thought once I got the hang of it. There's a bit of metal in there, so that would have caused a bit of clanking. Yeah. Yes, some sort of, you can see the thing, this looks like some sort of safety belt or something, doesn't it?
Straight into the bin with it then.
Yeah, let's just have a further feel around the propeller.
Is it an old backpack, do you think?
There's a bit of weed, but I don't think that certainly wasn't the problem.
Well, it explains why you lost steering.
Exactly.
So you reckon that only happened yesterday?
Yeah, I think so. And as I was saying about the glove, pass me the camera and I'll just take a shot of the unfettered propeller, as I would like to call it. Voyage to the bottom of my propeller. Here I am. Oh, look, you've got a reflection. That's a scary sight, isn't it? And there, hopefully you can see, an unfettered propeller ready to go and propel us. Yeah, it would have been a little bit of a problem probably going across the along the River Trent, I think, if it was in full flow.
And you lost steering.
With all that on, and yeah, couldn't reverse, couldn't do this, couldn't steer. But, right, let's put this back.
Well done on your first weed hatch removal.
Well, I've been down there before, to be
Weed
fair,
removal.
but luckily there's only ever been a little bit of weed. So, right.
No money in it, is there?
Only old Roman gold coins. At the bottom of the canal. Oh no.
Just in case someone
They're not
stole
that
it
old.
and threw it in.
Eh?
Just in case someone stole it and threw it in the canal, you know.
Yeah. What with the money in?
Always worth a look.
Well, why would they throw it with the money in? Dude.
No, like if they're just mucking around.
How it looks after.
Don't drop it.
And here we are. All done and dusted. You always have a little bit of water at the level of the canal in this type of weed hatch, but there's no chance of even more coming and sinking your boat. Thanks Tyler Wilson for having this type of weed hatch, because it saves a lot of worry. Right, well that's done. Put the lid on and say thank you and good night to the weed hatch until we get on the Trent next couple of days.
You just drop some there. It's not going to go around your prop again, is it?
No. What weed? Here we go.
Stay there, Zig.
Here
Stay.
we go. Right. The culprit. Mission accomplished. Here we go, Ali's just pushing us off. As you can see, we're at the plough. Moored up here. Nice little space. Just get one narrowboat in. Ex-lace factory, I understand. Now converted into swish, lovely apartments. So let's get going. Went into reverse for the first time since I cleared the weed hatch of what seemed like an old, I don't know, backpack of various bits all stuck around the propeller. But yeah, that's sorted, and it went actually backwards, so that was good. So let's get on today's cruise. Only 2 or 3 miles down to Long Eaton, then we can moor up and have a good look round. Well, narrowboat soulmates perform a little bit better. Now I've managed to get all that stuff off my propeller. Yeah, it was a nightmare the last hour or so after the cruise. The tiller was vibrating. Couldn't go and couldn't reverse very well, if at all, once. And now, yeah, back to normal, nice and smooth, absolutely balanced. Well, Zsiga's enjoying his stern view, and I mean where he's standing rather than how he looks. Oh, look at those flowers, pink ones, beautiful. On the lily pads. Bit quieter now. very serene view ahead. And everybody enjoying the towpath. Either cycling, walking their dog, jogging, or just walking the towpath. Excellent. Yes, so here's Alli. And that's the start of the Derby Canal. Alli just working to shut that gate down there. Looks a bit tough. This one's Sandy Acre Lock, number 11. Well, Alli was telling me that, look, another low bridge, but this one's positively high by the standards from the other day. And we just cleared the chimney pot and the solar panel by what, an inch? See ya. Don't think this one's really low, Alli? This one's not really low? No. Good foot for the solar panels, and obviously they're flat, and I don't know, 9, 10 inch, 12 inches to the chimney pot. I might have to duck a bit though. And here we come, up to our next lock. I think this one will be set against us, but you never know. Fingers crossed. Let's give it a go. Well, it's where the local ducks and swans hang out. There's the swans over up here. It's one of those fantastic chimneys. This one's been converted to all those antennas and mobile sites. Good to see they're using it, not just knock it down. There's the swan. There, Ziggy, stay there. Stay there, he love you. He love you. He love you. Zig. He love you. Well, here we are, our third lock of the day. I think it is. This one's set in our favour. So we just cruise in. And then this might be the last one as well. We'll just stop up hopefully further down. Come here, Zsiga, in. In, he'll be down there. I told him he'd be down there. Yeah, well, here we are at Long Eaton, just about to set off and head for Trent Lock so we can get back on the River Trent and then up towards Shardlow and maybe Weston. We're just not quite sure exactly. Sky's looking a little bit dark, but we got to go for it. So let's start her up. Let's get going. Yes. Let's take. Yeah, so here we are. Going along the Erewash. A lovely time here in the last couple of weeks. And now we're going to be heading back down to Trent Lock and then up onto the Trent for a few miles and then back onto the Trent and Mersey. Yeah, so here we are about to exit Trent Lock number 60 and get on our way on the River Trent. Yeah, so we buddied up in Trent Lock there with another guy, and he's coming out there as you can see, and he was just doing a little bit of a traverse, filling up with water and then going back up the Erewash. So, onwards and upwards. Here we are, yeah, just go past some of the buildings. Looking back towards Trent Lock. There's the Scout boating paradise on the right. Yeah, quite a bit of a headwind here against us. Narrowboat soulmate seeming to take it in its stride. Zsiga's having a good time, looking for the creatures. You see any, Zig? Any? No? Charge. It's that wind. And there we are, coming up to Sawley Lock, and that's the automated one. So Alli's going to be able to press some buttons and work out which ones do which task. One moves the lock and shuts it, another one fills it or empties it. And I think I can see that big log that I saw in the middle of the river when I came down. And of course, I had to do a little bit of a three-point turn to make sure I didn't hit it as I was coming out of where we're going in now. Well, here we are at Sawley Flood Lock, which is a bit of an equaliser lock, just in case the Trent's in flood. But sometimes it's wide open, you can just go straight through when it's the same water level either side. Today there's a slight difference, so Alli's having to just do something, I'm not sure what. Yes, well, here we come past the weir, just coming out of the old flood lock, Sawley Flood Lock. There's the weir, which has taken a few narrowboats up to it and caused some rescues. Sure, is this the M1? Might well be. Certainly one of those major ones. Over here to the right we can see a vessel that has bit the dust. Now it's just a feeding ground for us, the swans. Look at that. That's a bit sad, isn't it? There we are, approaching the pipe bridge. Yes, and here's the signage, just in case you don't know where you're going. Marina and the River Trent to the left, although you have to turn round and come back. Go down towards the Marina, and the Trent and Mersey Canal up the middle, and then the River Derwent, which you can't go up, to the right. So let's go straight for that Trent and Mersey Canal, shall we? That looks the popular choice. Well, you join us as we go through Shardlow. Fine array of pubs. New Inn, the Malt Shovel, and quite a few others. That's a good boy. You having a good look? That's a good boy, Ziggy. So after going through this lock, we continued on to Weston, where we moored up for the night. Hope you've enjoyed the vlog. If you did, click the like button. If you'd like to subscribe, click the subscribe button. And if you'd like to know when the next vlog's out, click the bell button. Thanks for tuning in and subscribing. We appreciate it. Bye for now.